Hello everyone. In today's video, we're going to be looking at how we can apply what we learned about warm and cool colors to make different objects or illustrations more dimensional and lively. So what I have here are three different trees, whimsical trees, maybe something for the background of a video game, for example. And they have some dimensionality to it if you look. So we have this cube type shape for the leaves, and we have this shadow to show sort of the depth of this shape on top. The problem is, what we've done is we've used the same hue for all of these greens here and blues down here and reds down here, and the same goes for the yellows we chose. To make it better and to make it look more natural and more lively and more visually interesting, what we're going to do is we're going to come over here. This right now is just a duplicate of this, and we're just going to choose better colors. And the green and yellow one is going to be the most instructive one, because all we have to change here is the actual warmth of the colors. So if I go over here, all I'm going to do is just drag this handle on the color wheel towards yellow or towards blue, depending on if we want a warmer or cooler color. So this is going to go towards yellow. This one, probably fine as it is. This one we're going to drag towards blue. Okay. And then we're going to do the same for the yellow. This yellow is probably fine. It's yellow, it's warm. It's the way yellow should look like if sunlight is hitting it, more or less. This yellow is very, very dull and bad. We do not want this. So we're going to go here and we're going to drag it towards red. And we can go quite far towards red into pretty much an orange. If I choose this color and just make a square of it so you can see it on its own, this is what color we made it. And then the one in between here we'll just do somewhere a little cooler, but not too far. And then this shadow here as well, we can also just drag towards red or towards purple. Yeah, and that looks pretty good. So as you can see, this looks much more lively, and it looks a lot more as though sunlight is actually hitting it, even though it's very stylized and simple. So if we want to put these in context in this little scene over here, and just do something like this. Maybe this is the background for some kind of video game. Characters could run along here and have these trees in the background. And you can see how much better this one looks and how much more it pops out from the background. Okay, and we can do the same thing with the blue and the red. The difference here is going to be that when we changed the green and the yellow, we didn't have to change the value of the color at all. because the values just naturally change of green and yellow when you make them warmer and cooler. As it goes more towards blue, it gets darker. As it goes more towards yellow, it gets lighter. But with this one, it's blue, so we don't have that same option. We also need to change the value. So right now this is this color, which is a very cool blue, which is, as we saw before, not correct. So we want to drag this over here. And we could maybe make this a little more saturated, a little darker too. Also, we can turn the grid off. That'll make it easier to see the colors. So here, we'll just leave that alone for now. This one, we want it to be dark like it is, and it's cool already, but we need to make it less saturated. So we need to make it more, just drag it towards the black and gray side of the triangle over here. And then this in the middle we can just put somewhere in between. Again, we don't want this one too saturated because it is slightly in the shadow. And then for the yellow, we can just steal the color from our other tree up here. Okay, and again, you can see how much more dimensional and lively this looks than this. And we're going to do the same thing with red. And red has the same property as the blue, where we do need to change the value of it and not just the warmth. So this is far too red. Drag it towards orange. We're going to make it a little more saturated. And then this one, we're going to drag a little bit towards purple and make it less saturated. And then this, again, we can just steal the color from up here. I forgot to change this one. Just go ahead and do that really quickly. And there we go. So you can see how much more these look like actual sort of objects, no matter how stylized or simplistic they are. That's going to be it for this episode. Thanks for watching, and subscribe if you want to see more like this.